I had 2 young boys at home, and I wanted to make sure I could be back active with them. It never crossed my mind that I wasn't going to be able to coach again. My name is Joe, and I'm a stroke survivor. My stroke was October 2nd, 2023. I had been at my son's junior high football game. After the football game, went out to drive a semi. We dropped a whole load of beans off at the elevator, and then I got on my phone to call and see which field I needed to go to next. I had dropped my phone, kind of thought maybe something was a little off, but picked up my phone again, continued driving the semi, dropped my phone again, and just ended up driving in the ditch. My coworker was with me. He called 911, and then he called my wife. My wife called her sister, Colleen, who is a nurse.
I actually was confused at first. I didn't realize she was talking about her husband, Joe. And then I'm like, Joe who? And she's like, no, my Joe. So I just hopped in my car and I told my husband where I was going and what was happening.
I remember looking out the window of the semi, and she kind of pulled up beside the semi.
So I jumped in a semi where Joe was at, and I did a quick assessment on Joe, and I asked Joe, I'm like, how are you?
My left side went kind of numb, so that was, something that was wrong, but I was just trying to shake it off and, just keep going.
I know Joe very well, so I could tell he had a little bit of slur to his speech when he was talking to me. So at that moment, I think I was probably the most scared because I knew he was having a major stroke. So I would say that was probably the point of where I was pretty scared. When I climbed back out, the ambulance arrived. I talked to the EMS quick while they were loading him that I'm like, hey, he's having a stroke. Can you notify the hospital? Which they did. The radiology staff was there once Joe got there. He was able to get that clot buster medication there at the critical access hospital and then able to fly to Sioux Falls and got him into the cath lab and removed that blood clot. I was really impressed with our rural healthcare. They all worked together great and quickly, and working together so smoothly really saved Joe's life.
Waking up, the first thing I remember is getting the breathing tube out. I was in intensive care for a couple days, and then a step-down unit or step-down bed for a while, and then I went to the Prairie Center rehab for 2 weeks. I had to learn how to walk again, from taking a step to just had to learn a lot of things over from the beginning. They said to work hard at rehab, and I did. Once I started walking, they'd say to do a lap or two, and I'd always do almost double what they'd say because I really wanted to get better, and I really wanted to go home. I remember thinking I had 2 young boys at home, and I wanted to make sure I could be back active with them. Getting back to coaching my boys and coaching the baseball team and just getting back to our normal routine.
So with Joe's recovery, he's not 100% where he was, but he is able to fulfill his passion of coaching baseball. And I think that is amazing. And I really think that is what helped him recover, was his passion for baseball and wanting to coach these kids.
I'm very lucky that I was able to come back, and no, I never crossed my mind that it wasn't going to happen or I wasn't going to be able to coach again. I knew I was going to be able to. I guess I'd never put any bad thoughts in my head that it wasn't going to happen. I was going to do whatever it took to come back.
It was amazing to see this year the success they had. Joe was able to coach these boys to a state tournament.
It meant a lot for me to be out there on the field with the boys and be part of the state championship.
You could just see how proud he was. He is such a great coach and an inspiration.
I'm a very lucky guy. It was luck that I had a coworker with me that day, because that usually doesn't happen. And then, my sister-in-law was able to come out right away and diagnose my stroke. And then, the ambulance was there, and I was able to get to the hospital, in a quick time, and able to get to Sioux Falls to be taken care of.
So I want everyone to be aware that stroke can happen to anybody. It's important for everybody to know the signs of stroke, because if you are in a rural area, getting that patient to that treatment facility in a timely manner could save their life.
We should all know the signs of stroke. Time is brain.